The LA Rams are entering a strange phase here. They've seized on every opportunity they can to build a championship contender. Currently playing their worst football of the year. You pick up Von Miller, you pick up Odell Beckham Jr. They had little impact on the game last night, blown out by the Niners. But they haven't had much time with the Rams, in fairness to both of those acquisitions. The rest of the team didn't show up last week against Tennessee, looked even worse last night against San Francisco. Now you go into a bye week. Now, the world's not falling around them at 7-3, but there are more questions than answers. Matthew Stafford started out the season, looked like an MVP candidate. The rest of the team, 2 disappointing weeks, just like Stafford did, throwing 2 interceptions in the first quarter. Aaron Donald, Jalen Ramsey, they were quiet. Last night, the running gang didn't get it done. In 2 weeks, they go to Green Bay for a very important test, and we're going to find out soon enough if the Rams' trade deadline moves pay off, if they can regain their confidence for the stretch run. And the reaction after last night's loss, here is the head coach, Sean McVay.
Robert's a very important player. You never replace him. It certainly didn't help not to have him, but I don't want to use that as an excuse. We didn't play well enough. We didn't make enough plays. Our best players didn't play up to their standards. We'll look inwardly. We're going to figure this thing out, and we're going to come back freaking swinging. I promise you that, all right, these last 7 games of the regular season.
And Coach was talking about not having Robert Woods there, who is very underrated and I think probably helped Cooper Kupp have this breakout season. But he's not there the rest of the year. Here's OBJ on his first game with the Rams.
These moments don't divide you. They bring you stronger and closer together. And I'm happy to be here, just over the bye week, be able to get in the playbook and really try and learn every single thing possible. It's quick, but I'm ready. I'm excited. I'm just happy to be here.
It comes down to this. The Niners have the blueprint to beat the Rams. They run the football. They've won 5 straight in the series, including the second longest winning streak against the Rams. That's the club's second longest winning streak against L.A. The Niners picked off Matthew Stafford on the opening drive, then went 18 plays for a touchdown, really never looked back. But you run the football there, and it feels like the Rams are more equipped to stop you in the passing game, as most teams are. The Niners, when they run the football, you just ask Jimmy Garoppolo to make a couple of plays, and Deebo Samuel was unbelievable last night. Running, catching, and San Francisco picks up the win. I don't know what this means for San Francisco because they sort of been mired in mediocrity there, and we keep waiting for them to recapture what they had a couple of years ago going to the Super Bowl. But this is what they do. They run the football and play good defense, and you saw that last night. I don't need to ask Jimmy Garoppolo to do too much. Just don't do too much where it hurts us. And really, that's what it is. Jimmy Garoppolo is out there and hand the ball off, make a couple of big plays, don't turn the ball over. And if you're not going to put pressure on him, Jimmy Garoppolo was hit once last night. You're going to have a pretty high success rate if your quarterback is only hit one time. But running the football, that's a key ingredient for the 49ers. It was when they went to the Super Bowl. They ran the football. And if they can come back with that kind of game plan, I said yesterday, I thought the role they would play the rest of the season would be spoiler. I don't know if they can get back into it. It feels like everybody is sort of on the periphery of being a playoff contender. I think there's only 4 or 5 teams that you'd probably go, they're not going to be in playoff contention in a couple of weeks. But San Francisco last night, they were the better team. You didn't ask for it, but you got it. Todd has a limerick. The Niners over the Rams.
Sweet.
Yes. Yeah. I was going to wait a little bit later on, but I don't think that's fair to everybody.
You just want to get it out of the way, I think.
Uh-oh.
You ready?
Already a little bit of a hiccup
So
there.
OBJ is free from the Browns and can sign with anyone who's down. His dad's video, not cool. Tried to make Baker the fool. Now he can... Well, no. See, I messed up here.
Okay. So that was the last limerick. You got
Because I typed put instead of out, and it threw me out, threw me off. See? See what's happening?
Oh, stop it.
That's 2 mistakes. Right? I
Come
didn't
on.
have my mic on like
Come
30
on.
seconds ago
Come
while I
on.
was talking.
Come on. You had a great morning meeting. I gave you +1.
I did have a good line in there. Okay.
Yeah, you did. There was an interception last night by the 49ers, and it was caught by the undercarriage or nether region of the defensive back. And Todd said that he would call that a
Completed crotch.
Yeah, crotch.
They'd have to check anyway.
Yeah.
They should review
Yeah,
it.
yeah. Okay.
Are we ready here?
You ready with your limerick
Let's go
here?
for it.
Because I don't know if you have the yips.
I may a
feels
little. I can't
like-
reach first base. I can't reach home plate. I don't know what's going on.
Okay.
Okay. I rehearsed this, so here we go.
Just go.
OBJ and Vaughn debuts were shams. McVay's roster did not earn their clams. Niners put lotion in the basket, threw LA in a casket, and unexpected silence of the lambs. Rams.
Right.
Rams.
Yo,
I did it again.
You made it that
Todd.
close and blew it.
Todd, you had
What
it.
is happening to me right
You
now?
had it.
Oh.
Everything was going smoothly, and I said lambs instead of Rams.
You got the yips.
It was even in the above the noise headlines. I had silence of the Rams.
Oh, come
Do I get another shot, or that's it? Can I read
No,
it?
you're done. No.
I can't read it one time
no.
smoothly.
Yes, Paulie.
I swear, Seat and I looked at each other and we were about to give Todd a laugh and applause. That was
Yeah.
creative. That was original.
Mm.
It was really well done. It was well written, Todd. It's just not executed
Can
properly.
you get limmer yips? Is that a thing? I really don't understand what's happening. It's twice in a row.
You might have to have a designated reader.
I'm Chuck Knobloch. I know you love when I make references from like 30 years ago. I can't reach first base. I don't know what's going on. It's not good. An unexpected silence of the Rams.
Yes.
Not
You
the
missed the
Rams.
most important word in there.
That's just unacceptable.
You misread your own words.
But limmer yips, that's
I know.
somewhat clever. I know
It's-
it doesn't make up for messing up twice in a row, but
Well, it was a crotch. That was good. That was good.
an unexpected silence of the Rams.
All right, go ahead. Go ahead.
okay.
Read it again.
OBJ and Vaughn debuts were shams. McVay's roster did not earn their clams. Niners put lotion in the basket, threw LA in a casket, and unexpected silence of the Rams.
All right.
Let's go.
All right.
You can't get it back, though. You can't unring the bell.
No, you can't.
You know?
All right. You're good. I'll talk to you tomorrow, Todd.
take it easy.
Thank you.
See you Wednesday. I'm out.
McLevin, what do you have poll question wise?
Let's start with those Rams. Who's winning the NFC West? The Cardinals, the Rams, and the Niners at 4 and 5. I guess they're out of it. But basically, do the Rams going to win that division? And what happens if they don't?
You know what happens? Standalone game, we overreact. Now, that's back-to-back games where they haven't played well. They go into a bye week, and Von Miller and OBJ get a chance to sort of get more acclimated to the surroundings, the playbook. But I don't know if Kyler Murray's going to play this weekend. I think there's still a chance that he might not be playing. You can't be flirting with that. You got to have home field advantage because, there's one team that has that first-round bye. If not, the Rams are going to be like a 5 seed. They're going to be on the road. You're going to go to Dallas to open up. You're going to go to Green Bay after that or Tampa Bay after that. That's where it gets tricky. When you want to make a playoff run, I know we've seen teams that weren't the Packers a 6 seed when they won the Super Bowl with Aaron Rodgers? I mean, it's rare. It can be done, but it'd be pretty difficult sledding to go to Dallas, then go to Green Bay or go to Tampa. Yeah, Paulie.
Isn't the weirdest thing about last night's game to ignore the fact that Jimmy Garoppolo is dead man walking? He had a great game on national TV against a very good defense. Two best defenders in sports. And there's no future for him, right? Or is there? He gave up a ton.
I don't think there is. I mean, if there is, then that means that they blew it on Trey Lance because you gave up an awful lot for Trey Lance. And I think the more they win, the less opportunity or likely it is that Trey Lance is going to play the second half of the season. Because if you're still in playoff contention, you're going to have Jimmy Garoppolo, it feels like. But if they start to lose, they lose 3 out of their next 5, then you might see Trey Lance as they start to make that transition into the Trey Lance era and say goodbye to Jimmy Garoppolo. Yeah, McLevin.
Jimmy only had 180 yards last night. He didn't. I could have led that team to a win.
Did he throw any interceptions?
He did not, but they had an 18-play run drive to start the game.
I'm just saying that this is what you expect out of Jimmy Garoppolo.
Right, but what happens if they fall behind? Is he a quarterback who can get you back in?
No, he's not. No. You put pressure on him, and the numbers are really bad for Jimmy Garoppolo. But if you establish the run and you let him just, make a play to George Kittle, that's it. just keep the defense honest. But the fact they couldn't stop the run, and they knew San Francisco was going to run, because San Francisco always runs against the Rams. Yeah, McLovin.
Okay, I had a poll question. Who regrets their trade the most? Miami Dolphins trading basically up from 12 to 6 to take Jalen Waddle, or the 49ers traded the house to go from 12 to 3 to take Trey Lance, despite all the rumors that they really wanted Mac Jones. But if you look back at those trades, I'm not sure they make sense now.
I think the Dolphins did well with Jalen Waddle. I don't know if they had to trade everything to go up to get Jalen Waddle.
This year's first rounder, which could be pretty high if they continue to struggle.
Yeah. The Eagles with Devontae Smith.
I mean, they probably could have gotten that's the only thing, is you probably could have got a receiver at 12. I don't know if it's good as Waddle.
Well, the Niners could have waited and got Mac Jones. They gave up the number 12 pick, a first and third round pick, a first round pick in 23 to move up to number 3 to get Trey Lance. But that was an organization that people thought he's the ideal quarterback for Kyle Shanahan. Chris Sims, who's great friends with Kyle Shanahan, before the draft said it's going to be Mac Jones. And then all of a sudden, it wasn't. I don't know what happened, 11th hour, or maybe they were locked in and they wanted to just, try to deceive us there. But Trey Lance better be great, not good, great. And right now, he needs more football, because he came in basically as a one-year wonder at North Dakota State. And so far, he looks like he's just an athlete there and not a quarterback. Not yet, but let me see when he gets a full season, when it's his team. The Rams, what they traded for Von Miller, a second and a third round pick. Okay. The trade with Jared Goff for Stafford, that was first round picks in 22 and 23. But the Rams are probably going to be obviously at the tail end of the first round there. They'd be giving up the 27th pick right now. I think it was the smart move to move on from Jared Goff. Let's just see Stafford in a big game, in a big moment. Can you count on him? I mean, that's a standalone game. That's not a playoff game last night. And he threw 2 first quarter interceptions there. OBJ looked like he stopped running on the first one. But, I just want to see how Stafford does when these games really matter. And I think that's going to be the difference of, is this team going to make a playoff run or not? Yeah, McLovin.
Well, you guys were talking about before the show, Robert Woods not being there.
It's big.
Seems like a really big deal.
It is. And he's not a household name, but if you talk to people who are around the Rams, they'll tell you how valuable he has been. And certainly helping Cooper Kupp, because if you don't have him, and this is where OBJ has to step into that role, but Cooper Kupp, even though he had 11 catches last night, just didn't feel like that he was a true weapon as he has been. But Robert Woods is a very valuable player for that team.